Hello everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Disco Elysium. In today's episode, we're going to investigate this building. Because there was a guy up there, we spoke to him on the balcony, and he pointed us toward a key that will get us into the building. And this is a set of apartments. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. They up my logic and down my authority, funnily enough. Cleaning chemicals, smells of laundry detergent. The breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. Interesting. Someone is watching from within. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus. Interesting. So he's in one of these buildings, I guess? And I've got to figure out which one. Interestingly, none of them light up. Which means I can't interact with any of them. I can interact with that, but it does nothing, interestingly. Let's head back inside. I want to see if I can find the cleaning lady and talk to her. Pair of shoes here. $0.40. 5-pointed star on the wall. Interesting. Cool, this real I'm getting. I nearly have enough to afford a bed for tonight. Here's the cleaning lady. A firing squad for the rich. Interesting.
Give me a moment.
The elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
Are you alright? Should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me. Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
I'm looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony.
Yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
Can hear all of that? God damn.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble, I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Who are you?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
Do you live here?
If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room.
That's probably why she has a cough that's so bad. God damn.
It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
I have a few questions about those apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
Is one of the residents on vacation? Their mailbox is overflowing.
People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
They probably just moved or died, hopefully somewhere else.
What can you tell me about Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still, she leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
Interesting. That's all, thanks.
Oh,
Thanks, I'm off. I wonder if we can learn more. Foreclosed by Martinet Realty Associates. "16 days of coldest April." I love how I'm just stealing shit at this point. The sea below looks like a wintry grey. Someone has torn down the wall. Interesting. An old grocery list on the table and checks.
What happened here?
You can't foreclose on an apartment with a hole in the wall.
It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, nothing of great value remains here.
Except the stuff in the fridge.
Indeed.
Nice. Interesting. So this goes out to the balcony. I wonder if this takes me... This should take me out to where, what's her name is, right? Cindy. The graffiti artist. Indeed, it seems to.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
Form a guess about what happened. Artillery shells is my assumption.
A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line.
Take in the ocean.
The waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscure the better part of the remains. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap
Was thrown into the ocean.
Into the ocean.
Fair enough. Look at the ruins in the water.
Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt.
Who did this damage?
A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army,
Damn.
hundreds of vessels.
It's insane.
They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well.
Interesting. That's insane. How big an artillery gun do you need that your ship can't handle the firing of it? Well, I guess for accurate firing, it probably makes sense, right? I never really considered that.
Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannons still ready to placate Revachol.
Ready to placate Revachol.
Coalition
Interesting.
warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute on 20 co-aligned archers. They will reach the city in 58 seconds.
That's insane. You know who shelled our city?
The Coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here.
Time to go. Interesting. Someone lives up here.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
We've evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Is that heavy fuel oil?
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
Some clever cultural commentary.
You ain't seen nothing yet, piggy boo.
So you won't talk about the murder, but maybe you can tell us something about the murder's victim missing armor. The murder victim's missing armor.
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
Isn't armor art? Art of the, body?
Ugh, alright. Sad piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell. If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time.
And there's a little girl wearing the gloves there?
No. That's all the snitching Cindy the Skull does for today. Actually, I don't even know why I told you what I just told you. I have a weakness for animals. It's the animal thing again. Damn it.
She looks at you a little sad suddenly.
Or a weakness for police officers, miss. Thank you either way.
Catch you later, Cindy. It's interesting because she's, like... She's one of the nicer people we've run into. I can also read this book. It'll take a while to read, though. The cover features a row of concrete buildings with a monochrome rainbow in the sky. It tells a rather excruciating story about two lovers during a period of ethnic unrest in Yugograd. The book is now filled under psychological realism. Or filed under psychological realism. Interesting. So we know where the gloves are, but we can't get them yet. They're in the fishing village, which we can't get to until we lower the bridge, is my assumption. So this is the fucking coal room. I guess this is where the woman sleeps? Jesus. Cindy? Okay. Good to know. Random fucking jeans. Alright. Fair enough. The woman says she... No, okay, so the cleaning lady is living up in that little room with the chair, I think. I think Cindy might be living in the boiler room. Because she said she was living next to the boiler room, and that would be next to the boiler room, right? So let's see if Cindy has anything to say about that.
Hello again, officers.
What's up?
Have you come to admire my mural?
Is that bed in the coal room yours?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Don't you have a real home?
Does anyone in a city like this?
It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
The inspiration will come to her once hell is set loose on the streets. It's too calm right now.
Really? You're a miner?
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me. But somehow, it never happens.
Interesting. I have other questions.
Shoot, piggy.
Nothing else. I have other questions. I have no other questions. Down the coast, you know something about the armored gloves. Interesting. Well, that was useful, I guess. I'm sitting like 15 minutes. So I'm tempted to stop here, but what I think I'm going to do is do a bit more exploring in this building. That will take me out that exit door, I think. What's this here? Postcard.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side. Sounded like a woman. A woman's shoes.
Knock again.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
This is police, I'm up. Do I have to open the door? You hear the clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting a defensive edge. Do you have a warrant? I'm not obliged to open the door if you don't have a
Let's
warrant.
go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Thank you, logic.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11.
Examine the padlock.
It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it.
Knock.
No reply.
We could use some change cutters to cut the shackle.
Why would we want to break into some random citizen's apartment?
Dunno, it just seems like something we could do.
The lieutenant looks at you for a long moment, then blinks once, but he knows it wouldn't make much of a difference.
I suppose if one were committed to it, there's a pair of chain cutters in the kinema.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
Inspect the symbol closer.
The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why is the star upside down?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it.
To do with the antlers.
The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time above it.
Why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
What does it evoke in me?
Smug superiority, aesthetic musings. The triumph of capital is undeniable. But maybe the guns were sort of cool. Revolutionaries had loads of guns.
Interesting. An old shoe rack, boot sneakers, and old slippers. These shoes come in 3 different sizes. Someone's sleeping. Moss crawls on the bathroom tiles. Actual moss. Magnesium and Commodore Red. These shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. Good to know. And 42 cents. Alright, I think I now have enough to pay for my room again. It's only 20 real a night, I think. Which is nice, I guess. Let's go up to the balcony. We're sitting at pretty much 20 minutes now, so I think we're going to talk to this guy next episode. But coming up here was profitable. I made like $10? $9? Thereabouts. So it was worth coming up here, I suppose. I did not want to do that. Alright. So as I said, I'm going to talk to him next episode, but we're here and ready. Once again, I hold down to go down those stairs, which is weird, because it's kind of... like, I would think I would hold right to go down there. It's confusing. Sometimes the controls in this game are a bit weird. It doesn't really matter, because you don't need precise control, but it's still weird sometimes. Anyway, as I said, that's going to be it. So if you like the video, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And as always, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time. Bye, guys.